You try to make the next couple videos well in advance, perfectly planned, and then MoviePass has some news that you just have to talk about and throw your whole schedule off. Hey everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net and shareholder of Helios and Matheson, and that is especially important because this is about MoviePass stock. Well, not MoviePass stock, because that's being spun off into its own company, believe it or not. This is about Helios and Matheson stock, and Helios and Matheson has canceled plans to vote on a reverse split of the stock. For those of you who are not aware what's going on, the Helios and Matheson stock has gotten so bad that I think in the last 52-week high or whatever the heck it was, it hit like $32. And it went down and was trading for like 10 cents a share. At which point we did like a vote where they said, hey, we need to keep from being delisted from the stock exchange. So let us propose, in case we cannot get the stock back above $1 before the December deadline, we can reverse split the stock. Now, everybody voted yes on that. We voted yes under the agreement that Ted Farnsworth made, the promise he made, that first of all, he would not do this unless he absolutely had to, which they had quite some time before they had to do that. And that when it was necessary, it would not reverse split too much. And the reverse split is the opposite of a split. If you have, for example, 50 shares of a stock and it splits, you have 100 shares. It's pretty simple, right? If you have a reverse split, you have less shares, but those shares are worth more money. So, you know, a 250 to 1 reverse split was not what we wanted. But hey, we had the promise that, yeah, we have time to turn this around. This isn't like going to happen tomorrow. Let's vote yes. Let's just have it in the back pocket. The problem was Ted Farnsworth decided, in his infinite wisdom, of course, to do the max volume right away. And as a result, the stock was then worth, I think, $20 or something. And then like by the end of the day, it was worth $2 again. It was pretty bad. We got a big goose egg. And I even remember making a video like, yeah, this is going to be bad. You know, this instant reverse stock split. Well, Ted Farnsworth decided he wanted to do this again. And this time it wouldn't be a 250 to 1. It would be a 500 to 1. That meant the thousands of shares I had, I'd have like 10 shares by the time it was all done. Like, yeah, no way was I voting for that. Now, of course, people pointed out that, you know what? It's going to get delisted. And, you know, I'm just going to have to take that chance. I couldn't reverse split it again and just see it tank the way it did the first time through. And apparently no one else quite sees Ted as a particularly good visionary in this regard, because the reverse split vote has been canceled. According to Variety, Helios and Matheson Analytics Inc., the parent company of MoviePass, is canceling a stock split that it hoped would reinvigorate its moribund share price. In a public filing, Helios said it did not have the votes it needed to gain approval for a 1 for 500 reverse stock split, while warning that it faced being delisted on the NASDAQ. Oh, gee, you think you don't have enough votes for that after what happened last time? You see, here's what Farnsworth and Helios and Matheson, or maybe just Ted Farnsworth, doesn't understand. We voted yes on that because we don't want to be delisted from the stock market. We don't. That makes our stocks effectively worthless. Makes it effectively worthless. So what we voted for was the option. We saw the numbers. We knew they weren't good. We knew that it could be deactivated. And so we wanted to have this in the pipe. But you had months before you need to do anything. And for that matter, even if you got to the date, you could have filed for an extension. And maybe you would have got it considering how many users you had. How many subscribers MoviePass had. By doing it the way you did it, Fartsworth. Bob Weiss came up with that insult, by the way. I like that. Fartsworth. Such a suiting name. You killed more value than company, and now you pretty much ensured that we can't get that extension one way or the other, and you proved that you would just do it again. So you know what? Yeah, given the chance to say, no, we're not going to reverse stock to split, and maybe getting at least a few people on board with, okay, they're not going to reverse split it again, maybe we can invest, or reverse splitting it and see the value plummet again, of course we were going to vote against that. Of course we were going to. So You could have avoided this. We would not have even needed to have talked about a second reverse split had you done what you were supposed to do, but you didn't, and now we're here. So anyway, let's continue this. The stock is currently trading for less than 2 cents a share, and the company needs to bolster its share price to a minimum of $1 by December 18th. Probably not going to happen. MoviePass, a subscription movie ticket service, was a phenomenon after slashing it. Yeah, okay. We're going to skip that. So Helios also undertook a 1-to-250 reverse split in late July. You see, July, you had till December to do this, which pushed its shares above $20 for a fleeting moment before gravity took hold and they plunged back to the danger zone. The vote on the second split had originally scheduled to be held on October 18th, but was later postponed to November 14th. Helios' problems don't end with its finances. Last month, the New York Attorney General announced it had launched an investigation into whether the company misled investors. Helios has said that it believes its public disclosures have been complete, timely, and truthful and denied any wrongdoing. It gets really hard to defend this company sometimes. I'm glad that's not technically my job. The company is also named in a lawsuit filed August 13th on behalf of shareholder Jeffrey Braxton in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, alleging the company deceived investors. MoviePass has successfully introduced the concept of subscription ticketing into domestic marketplace. Cinemark and AMC have begun to offer their own competitive programs. Well, one of them's competitive. But there are also signs of issues with some of their programs. AMC, for instance, recently hiked the prices of its monthly subscription service in certain states. And I know you haven't seen this video because I had to delay it till tomorrow, but we're talking about tomorrow, and let's just say that's not a sign of weakness. Spoiler alert, it was always planned. Our decision to keep AMC Stubs A-List monthly price unchanged in 35 states, along with only a modest price adjustment in some key markets going in place in early 2009, will keep us in the sweet spot of successfully balancing profits and popularity, AMC CEO and President Adam Aron said in a statement. So, yeah. So, what happens now? Well, obviously, Helios and Matheson gets delisted from the stock market. Now, since that is funding most of MoviePass operations, this might be one of the reasons that they're spinning off MoviePass into its own company. Because there's the thing, some people have there's a lot of theory. Some people said Ted and Mitch had a bitter divorce. Some people are saying, well, Helios and Matheson wants to unload this company because they're tired of losing money on it. And of course, we don't know exactly the reason, although it should be noted that I found out, and I meant to make a video about this, but forgot. Apparently, Helios and Matheson is going to contain a 51% control of the newly formed MoviePass company, which basically means they're in charge and the shareholders will still be out of luck if they disagree with Ted Fartsworth. Which begs the question, why even do it at all if you're not going to separate from the guy who is actually causing most of the problems? And the reason they're doing it is because I think Ted Fartsworth wants to keep milking this as long as he can. So splitting off MoviePass gets him away from the lawsuits, at least that company. It provides a new source of income potentially, and he still gets to control the company. So he can stay on the stock market. Whoop-de-friggin-do. So that's probably what's going on. Maybe that's the real reason they're spinning MoviePass off into their own company. They're looking at the numbers. They said, let's reverse split this thing again. And people like my votes came in and said, no. And here's the thing. This is one of the few things where the shareholders could definitely overturn them because the MoviePass stock, or the Helios and Matheson stock, I gotta remind myself, it's not MoviePass yet. It got so low, people like me have thousands of shares without putting almost any money into this company. So we could effectively overturn that, and we did, and so that's canceled. Also, I don't think they could do that while they're being investigated. That might be another reason that there's, well, anyway, why are they splitting it off? Who cares at this point? Bottom line, reverse split is not going to happen. They will more than likely be delisted. Now, some might say, well, is that even worth it? Because if you're not in the stock exchange, the stock is less likely to be bought. Thus, it's less likely to grow. Yeah, they might have to buy back some shares of stock to boost the value and reapply someday. Who knows? But you know what? I think at this point, it was just going to be a wash one way or the other. Had they reverse split the stock, it was going to be a wash. Gets delisted, it's a wash. So you know what? I think even if it's not going to work out for us in the long run, I still think it was worth saying, you know what, Fartsworth, enough is enough. Just don't do this. We're not going to let you do this anymore. You're going to have to actually learn to manage your money this time. And if any of those shareholders end up buying MoviePass stock, which if it gets low enough, I will do. I'm not going to buy it right away. I will definitely wait and see how that performs first. But if it gets back down to like 20 cents a share and stuff, of course I'll put a little money into it. Why not? You never know. But maybe someone will even buy MoviePass. Who knows? But yeah, that's where we're at right now. So anyway, what do you folks think? Are you happy to hear this? Are you not happy? Do you care anymore? Apparently I get a lot of comments from people who just don't care about MoviePass. They give it up, and yet they keep commenting on these videos. So thanks for watching still, but comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.